Greetings, everyone, and welcome to our final night together here at Pillai Center YouTube. And it is Monday, December 28th, 2020. My name is Sucharita, for those of you who don't know me, wishing you all a very warm welcome. We are wrapping up this series of chanting daily to access the energy of omniscience, omnipotence, and omnipresence. And those are three huge words for people who are like, whoa, what is that? Well, it is God. So it's all knowing, it's present everywhere, and it is all powerful. And that is the consciousness that it is our birthright. So we're going to birth the final night together of this Arul consciousness, thanks to the grace and blessings of Dr. Pillai and everybody who's gathering together, because we get to experience this energy of the group, and from everyone is from all different parts of the world. So collectively we can raise the roof of the whole world and uplift the energy that has been dragging us down in the year of 2020. So we're wrapping up this year, and if you've been on this spiritual journey with Dr. Pillai in the past 10 months or so since COVID hit us, Dr. Pillai has been so gracious and asking us to make sure that we have a lot of free services that are available for everyone to have a little hiatus or oasis where they can get away from their everyday life, get away from whatever is going on in the world around them, and the interactions that we've had, all the energy that we've absorbed, knowingly or unknowingly, we can release it in this space. So that's what we're here to do. It is a 14th moon, just before the full moon, which is going to be happening in about an hour from now, or within the hour here in Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Toronto, Canada. So the full moon energies are coming in. And what does that mean? Well, we can access abundance consciousness. And what a way to end the year is with that abundance of health and wealth and happiness and joy. It all has to start from within. So we're reprogramming ourselves, if you will, to accept the cosmic energies that are coming in from the universe. And that is always the power that is greater than anything that's happening on the earth plane or playing out in our own lives. And we all know it, because that's how we stumbled across these teachings, is to find out, whoa, what do we do next? So welcome again, everyone who is joining for the first time, and those people who have been following this daily practice. We are going to dive into the culmination of all the energy. So every day we've been building on it. And whether you're brand new, this is your very first time, well, God bless you. You didn't have to do too much. Just dive in and enjoy. Now, the energy might be pretty strong, as we've heard from people. You may feel really tired. You may feel like there's a lot of heat and like you're shaking. There's a lot of energy, even though you're not going anywhere. So that's the Arul consciousness. It wants to get in and have access to your DNA, that spiritual DNA, so that it can unravel that God consciousness or goddess consciousness, or the awareness that there is something greater. There's a greater purpose that we are here to fulfill. There's a greater energy, a greater intelligence, a more lively or life force that we haven't had access to. We think we're just breathing in oxygen mostly, and breathing out carbon dioxide mostly. And that's how we stay alive. No, it's beyond that. It's this intelligence that you are going to most likely have an experience. Some people say nothing happened. However, as we've heard down the road, whoa, all of a sudden miracles are happening. All of a sudden they have a healing, or they find out how to fix their finances, or their relationships become more loving and unconditional. So that's how the divine works, in very mysterious ways. And being with the spiritual master, Dr. Pillai, he awakens our souls. We don't come in our body and with our books and everything else as you would in, say, academic settings or in training sessions. You don't need any of that. You just got to show up and be like a sponge and absorb the sound vibrations, the light vibrations from head to toe. and soak it up. And then Dr. Pillai will awaken your soul's intelligence so that you will release anything that is no longer serving you and you haven't been able to do it. So that's what it is. And we love hearing from everybody. You're welcome to say hello and also where you're from. It gives us that sense of, wow, hi, it's great that people are connecting from all parts of the world and they're excited about their spiritual path, because not always can we talk about our spiritual path to our friends or family and so on. So everybody here totally gets that. Radha Betsy Hitz is here, and she is posting from Pillai Center Practice, that yellow highlighted Pillai Center Practice on the chat. She's posting the different links that you can access the things that we're going to talk about. And that's, we want to make sure that you don't blink and miss it. So there's a full moon fire lab, Shreem Brazi, are the sounds that are going to awaken abundance consciousness, wealth consciousness, everything that represents happiness on the earth plane. If you haven't experienced the joy of the season or the light and the peace and the well-being, if all you've experienced is funky, then get into that fire lab. You can go, it's free. So you can go and participate. If you've never participated in a fire lab, well, you're in for a real lovely surprise. You can also sponsor it by participating, giving a small donation, and then they will read out your name and your star, your birth star, or nakshatra. So even if you don't know what that means, it's, we all have this energy of the planets and the stars in our birth chart. That's our blueprint for life. So when you participate in these rituals or these ceremonies and honor the planets, such as the full moon, then you are going deeper into your spiritual realm. So as it is within us, so it is going to manifest outside of us. And as it is in the heavens, so it is here on the earth plane. We need to get into alignment. We need to feel balanced. And Dr. Pillai says this year, 2021, is all about walking with God, hand in hand with God. So there is also a course that we are promoting at Pillai Center as well. And you're welcome to jump into that. Check it out on Pillai Center Academy, or you can sign up on Pillai Center. So the links are all posted there. And you're definitely welcome to read about it. Even if you think, well, I'm not going to participate, I'm not going to pay for it, that's okay. Just go read about it. For some reason, your soul is thirsty for that knowledge, or it's hungry. So give it something, satisfy its hunger. And then you will find that knowledge is going to grow inside of you. And maybe down the road, you'll consider participating in these paid services. So you're invited. It's an invitation, like Dr. Pillai says, and all the masters. And anytime you go to a religious celebration, it's an invitation. It's the divine saying, are you ready for your next stage of evolution? Are you ready to have permanent joy, to have abundance in your life? Every time you take a step, you will feel fulfilled. And then when you do, all your karma around you, which includes your family members, it includes people you work with, it includes people you live with, live around the neighborhood and so on, the community. And regardless if you're in lockdown, there are going to be ways in which you can have satisfying and fulfilling relationships. And that is so, so important. So we need to have a relationship with ourselves first and foremost, with the divine's support, and then that will help to spill over in your life, and that's what changes your destiny. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. I will do a little bit of a setup. It's our final time, our session together, so our time is of the essence, let's say. We want to get the essence of these teachings. So try to just forget about what you're thinking about. Forget about all your problems. Even if they do rise to the surface, allow them to perhaps jump into one of these ghee lamps and burn away. So the lights will be down. You can keep your eyes closed throughout the whole meditation session, the chanting session, or you could open them and just gaze into the lamps. These are ghee lamps, and the gods, the divine beings and the goddesses, they love the ghee. So you may even see, as some people have mentioned, oh my goodness, the lights were dancing. They changed purple and pink and gold and silver. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. So you will see it. And because of technology, you can even capture it if you snap it, if you're intuitively drawn to go, hey, snap the picture right now. Or you can just enjoy this meditation session together, and then afterwards you could go and watch the recording, fast forward it to that point of the meditation process where you thought, oh, that's where I saw the light. And so how do we know we're spiritually evolving is when we have that strong intuitive push to do something. So then when you know that, and then you're in your everyday life, you will have that intuitive knowing, hey, I practiced this in my spiritual session, and then in my everyday life, there's that ping, that knowingness inside. I'm saying the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. Even if it looks miserable on the outside, internally, this is what I need to do to bring in more light, more love, more peace, more joy. Not that I'm doing it. It's the divine pushing me to be there and be holding steady and have that light, that super intelligence, the omniscience, omnipotence, omnipresence, il or Arul, you will hear Dr. Pillai say to all of us. So we're going to have a little bit of music that's set, this mantra is set to, and Dr. Pillai guiding us. So you'll be in this like lull. So I invite you all to just let go. This is it. So let go, be receptive, be a receptacle, be like a golden chalice where you're just going to get the God consciousness or Goddess consciousness poured into you, and then feel it spilling over. You're from head to toe, you're vibrating, you're tingling, you can feel pain in your body leaving, or memories of the past that you are just being diffused away. The charge is being diffused away. And then you just want to forget about it and move on. So forgiveness, mercy, compassion, unconditional love. If you haven't experienced that for yourself, how can you experience that in your interactions with others? So that's what a rule consciousness will do. It will give you that experience. You'll feel forgiveness. You will feel like, oh, wow, I was holding on to stuff. I was feeling so guilty or angry or upset or just down in the dumps. And then all the light comes, all the super consciousness comes and says, hey, it's okay. You're human. Let's just move on. So without further ado, let's get into it. So you can be closing your eyes, or you can be gazing towards the altar here at any of the lamps, or you can be opening and closing your eyes throughout. So closing your eyes now for getting ready to receive the divine blessings. We're going to align our chakras. The lights will go down. So imagine a reddish orangish light pouring down your legs into your feet and toes. And that orangish reddish light is associated with Lord Ganesha, the elephant-headed being. He has a pot belly and he rides a mouse. And he has the ability to help you to find a shortcut, a way out of your harms and hurdles, or even just your funky state. So more light, more peace, more love is experienced. More joy, more happiness. Reddish orangish light pouring down your legs into your feet and toes. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now imagine a ray of light shooting up your backbone, piercing the chakras, the psycho-spiritual centers that are aligned in your spine, stacked up on top of one another. They're energy centers. Once they start getting activated, they will spin out all kinds of stuck, negative, congested energies in those spots. So this ray of light is your Sushumna, your divine Wi-Fi connection to the spiritual realms. It shoots up your backbone, piercing the chakras, goes into the space, up, 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 like a searchlight, sending out an SOS to the divine. Help us to experience peace and light and love and abundance and joy. And move back down to the base of your spine, the tailbone area, deep in your pelvic region. Feel the energy, feel the light, feel the vibration. We'll activate it with the key sound. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest. Move up to the throat, clear the throat. Move up to the middle of your brain, the third eye. Float back down to the base of the spine and also down the legs. Connect with the earth. Na, 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 na. Move up to the navel, the belly. Fill the abdomen with water. Ma, 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 ma. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest, also down the arms and hands and fingers. Set them on fire. She, 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 she. Move up to the throat, the mouth, the nostrils. Connect with the air element or the prana, the subtle air. Va, 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 va. Now move into the two eyes. Keep the eyeballs steady, still. Focus on your right and left brain. Connect with the ether, the Akash space. Ya, 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 ya. Now, imagine Dr. Pillai appearing as a vast light, brilliant, like millions of suns light, intelligence, energy. He sends rays of light into every pore of your skin from head to toe. Soak it up like a sponge. The spiritual karma diffusing, karma busting, negativity busting energy. Release anything that is no longer serving you in this vast light all around you. And feel the light, the love, the peace, the joy being absorbed into all the cells of your skin, all the cells of your body, inside, outside. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Absorb the spiritual energy, the darshan, coming from this vast light. Embrace it, absorb it. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Now another light appears next to Dr. Pillai, Swami Ramalingam, who gave the sound a rule. Absorb this light, golden white, divine light that removes all suffering of the body, mind, and soul, and awakens omniscience, omnipotence, and omnipresence, your birthright. To know you are God. Experience it. Swami Ramalingaya Namaha. Swami Ramalingaya Namaha. Swami Ramalingaya Namaha. Enjoy your practice, and we'll see you in a bit.
close your eyes and listen to this sound. Now put this sound on different sense organs, particularly the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and the brain. Now put this sound on your right eye. Embrace bliss, embrace joy, embrace happiness. This sound also will generate light, very bright light, like the sunlight. So imagine your body is full of light. Go to the left eye. Also receive the light. The whole body is filled with light. The 2 ears. The tongue. Over the tongue. From the throat, the tonsils area. Inside the brain. put this sound on your right eye. Embrace bliss, embrace joy. Go to the left eye. Imagine your body is full of light. The 2 ears. Receive the light. The tongue. Receive the light. Over the tongue. On the throat, the tonsils area. Inside the brain. Imagine your body is full of light. Your body is full of light. Don't allow any other thought, just this chanting. The whole body is vibrating with the sounds. On the right eye. Left eye. The 2 ears. The 2 nostrils. Inside the brain. Spin the sound inside the brain. Arul, 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 arul. On the right eye, receive the light. Left, right, receive the light. The 2 ears receive the light. nostrils. Receive the light. Inside the brain, receive the light. Spin the sound inside the brain. Spin the sound. Arul, 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 chant. On the right eye. Left eye. 2 years. Will, will, the two nostrils. Inside the brain. Spin the sound. Arul, 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 arul. Spin the sound. Arul, 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 arul. Embrace bliss. Embrace joy. Embrace happiness. Now, slowly, slowly, come back to sleep.
And just let go of the process, of the journey within, of the journey of the highest consciousness, omniscience, omnipotence, omnipresence, Arul, peace and love and light and compassion, mercy, and joy being filled up with the grace and blessings of Dr. Pillai, sharing this powerful teaching that was given by Swami Ramalingam that would help everyone to diffuse all kinds of suffering and to experience miracles. We need miracles every moment. So it's a consciousness that gets built inside of us, that expands, that begins to take our breath away, take over our limited thinking or experience of life, go beyond what is there in front of us. Connect with our higher selves, our God or goddess, or super consciousness selves. Make a prayer for whatever it is that you want. And thank Dr. Pillai, thank Swami Ramalingam, thank everybody here for creating or co-creating this beautiful journey together in these past few weeks together. Pray for those who need it the most. So as you're coming back and expressing your heartfelt gratitude internally, you're welcome to pop that message up onto the chat as well as an acknowledgement for the gifts that you received and also the blessings that may inspire others who are going to watch this later on, or you may watch it later on when it's up as a recorded YouTube. So happy holidays and happy new year 2021. May this be a year where everyone walks with God and experiences super intelligence and abundance and all out of healing energy, light and peace and love. So those of you who would like to stay, you're welcome to do that. Pop your experiences on the chat. That's always fun to read about and share. Popping on the lights. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. That was fun. So this is part of the call where we can take your questions if you have any questions about anything that you experienced during this journey, whether you started day one or whether you came and went or whether you're here for the very first time. Please like us, give us a thumbs up, and then also you can join this Pillai Center Practice YouTube, because then you will get notices of when these live events are happening, even if you miss it in your inbox. We'll always invite you there. Or if you do check Pillai Center from time to time, or Pillai Center Academy, or enrolled in the different courses, we'll keep giving you a heads up of what the latest and greatest teachings are and all the free services, so that you don't miss. We need to have this little bit of reprieve from our everyday anxious, uncertain life and all the stuff that we are experiencing in isolation. It just can't make sense of it. Why is that happening to me? Why do I keep ratcheting over all this pain and suffering? How do I get rid of it? So that's what this is all about, is to come and experience that release and then get empowered and be enlivened at the level of the body, mind, and soul, and feel the healing energy coming into the planet. So lots of thank yous, lots of gratitude to Dr. Pillai and everybody. So thank you so much for posting your messages, everyone here. And Sue is saying here, bliss, 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 Babaji and Swami Ramalingam on each side of me. That's what we want to experience too, that we need images so that we can fill up our imagination. Imagine these beautiful beings in our lives, even if we never meet them in the physical body, or rarely we meet them in the physical body, and lifetime to lifetime. So we know that at the level of the soul, this is what we need to do. We need to navigate this earth plane with grace and ease and blessings coming from the masters to turn the body into light. As Paul said, in the wink of an eye in the Bible, the body will turn to light. And what does that mean? It means that miracle consciousness, your ability to see all your challenges ahead and avoid it, and get the teachings that you need to fill up your soul. Because we can have everything in life, but then we can feel dead, or what's the point? Inside, our soul is crying for some intelligence, for some life, for some energy, for some experience other than what we are in this limited realm that we maybe have been living so far. Or we have these spiritual highs and then we go into these deep, funky states. So this rule consciousness will keep us steady and keep us uplifted. Yeah, we're going to have our off days. That too shall pass, and it will pass much quicker than we can imagine. So lots of gratitude. Everyone here is expressing beautiful. After the anointing, Juliet is saying, the Holy Spirit anointing, I listen to Babaji saying Arul, and I feel like I'm floating on an ocean of bliss. And that's what it is too, is that people say, what is bliss? Like what does that mean? Even if I do experience bliss, what does it do for me? So we don't want to just, have these kind of esoteric or spiritual experiences and then go into our everyday life and we forget it. We lost it. So the bliss of the spiritual experience can be a really euphoric feeling. It can also be a very like a pressure inside of us. So there's this pressure of the soul trying to break through the barriers. So bliss of the soul is not always euphoria and it's all peace, love, and Bobby Sherman. It's like there's a life force that's in us, and it is the bliss of the super consciousness that's burning the karma. So some people may have experienced tremendous heat of the Kundalini that is awakened and arising from the base of the spine, activating the chakras, pouring out into the space around us, anything that is no longer serving us. So it's releasing all that stuff. So when we're looking at it as it's being released, it can be kind of scary. So that's not really blissful. It is. It's the bliss of the divine, the blessings of the divine. So I hope that if you didn't experience that, it's all love and joy and happiness and bubbly, but you did feel something shifting in you, that is also the bliss of the divine. It's a subtle energy. So it's not so harsh like a wind or, a force like an earthquake or water, a tidal wave or tsunami. It's this energy that is trying to break through all those barriers inside of us and then washing away the darkness or cleansing the body, the mind, the soul. So yes, people are saying thank you to Dr. Pillai, also to Padmaji Ujwala, who is the Pillai Center teacher, who also guided everyone through this journey in the past couple of weeks as well. So she was my tag team Pillai Center teacher partner, and she's awesome. And I hope that you all enjoyed her hosting of these calls as well. She's very, very dedicated to Dr. Pillai and dedicated to her spiritual path, her family, her community online as well. She's got a blog that she does, share about her spiritual journey. And maybe she shared a little bit about it as well with you here. So please know that we have fabulous Pillai Center teachers, including Padmaji. So thanks, Padmaji, for tag teaming with me and supporting everybody here on the journey, as well as the other Pillai Center teachers who are working in the background, Swami Nivali, Gina, Lakshmi as well. And also we have the Pillai Center team who they just work 24/7 to support everyone, to make sure even these free teachings are an experience that you will benefit from and that you will enjoy. So thanks to our backup team. I don't know your names, but thank you so much for being there and being supportive, just in case anything technical goes sideways. And it didn't. So that's the grace and the blessings. And we also have Donna Devi. I wanted to give a shout out because she created Dr. Pillai's chant. She created the music to take us on a very beautiful kind of lullaby journey. We're like babies on the spiritual path. We need to be soothed and we need to take in this energy. And she did a lovely job of creating the music to go with Dr. Pillai's chanting and the guided meditation practice. So Radha Bhairavi for helping with the chat. And then also we will see you in Walk with God. I'll be there for one of the calls. We're going to have 4 weekly calls with the different teachers. And so you're welcome to check that out, and I'll see you on the final call, summarizing everything. But I may be on the other calls as well, helping out with the chat. So, and then the Shrimbrazi Fire Lab is the last thing that I wanted to mention before everybody jumps off, because that is the full moon. There are only 12 or 13 full moons in a year. So that's it. And those are the most powerful times to pour yourself into abundance consciousness, because how do you know that you can manifest beyond your wildest dreams is when you go and you do something at the right time. So this is a window or a vortex of energy that gets opened up, and then you can just be there. It's free. So that's going to be tomorrow night, it's the 29th of December. We've posted the link here on the chat. So scroll up for those people who joined a little bit later or you missed out on that announcement. Radha's posted it again. Pillai Center Practice, check out that highlighted chat where she's posting the links to Walk with God, the course in 2021. You can check out that link, and then also to participate in the Shrimbrazi Full Moon Fire Lab. Get fired up and experience Shrimbrazi as it is culminating at the end of the year. It's been building and building and building. And so this is the end of the year where you're going to feel this tremendous amount of grace and blessings, and everything that represents happiness and comfort on the earth plane is Shrimbrazi. So if you're new to the teachings, or if you've been around and you've been saying, nothing's happening, I'm chanting until the cows come home, this could be the time where it breaks open past all your stubborn karma that's blocking it. So we don't even know what our karma is. It's a mindset that says, I don't deserve abundance. And that will always be there unless you can awaken your soul and pour this consciousness into you. And then it will burst through or break through those barriers of limitation. The mind, it will not settle. It will want abundance. And you can say all you want. It will just manifest it for you. And then that's when you will believe it. So belief doesn't come before. It comes when you experience the grace and blessings participating in these various spiritual practices that are so good for your body, mind, and soul. So a lot of healing energy is going to be coming in, and it makes sense. We need it right now more so than ever, not just to protect ourselves or to heal from COVID. It's actually to heal from the loss, heal from the isolation, heal from that freedom that was lost. We lost our freedom. We couldn't move freely. We still can't move freely without masks and without, germ killing hand lotions and antiseptic everything. And it seems like we have to, do things that are blocking our progress from, and also blocking our experience of life as it should be, natural and organic, growing with grace and ease at the level of the body, mind, and soul. So it's not just COVID healing, it's healing all that which was lost. And whenever we lose anything, if we're on a spiritual path, God will always give it back. So know that, and then keep doing your spiritual practices, and you will receive that which you have lost in the past, and maybe from day one. So keep counting your blessings, keep blessing everyone, including yourself. So God bless, or Goddess bless everyone in your life, and you will feel the blessings flowing. You can participate in donating towards Tripura Foundation. It's one of the things that you need to check off before you check out of this lifetime. You need to have been charitable. And not always can we be charitable in our everyday life, especially with COVID lockdown. There's so much red tape you have to go through. So many interviews. Who are you? Why do you want to help? Why do you want to feed people? I've tried in Toronto here. It's like you have to go through like a third degree, and they want to make sure that you are a quote unquote normal person. Well, I'll already say I'm not normal. This is not normal to want to give. I just want to just do something without having to go through red tape. So it's really easy to do that. You can participate in donating towards your favorite charity, but we have Tripura Foundation that Dr. Pillai has given us an opportunity to go, and just, even if you submit, you just do a small donation to one of the different programs or the projects. There's elderly feeding people, working with the kids who are doing phonemic intelligence. Go read about it, and it will make your heart to explode. That's all I can say. Every time I do that, when I'm in a funky mood, I just go and I $10 or whatever it is, something that I would just go and waste on a Frabala coffee and croissant, even more. It's like more than that. So you participate in helping those who need it the most, and then you don't even know them, or they don't know you. But when we go to the website and you do that, my hand shakes. I feel the divine saying, go do this. This is going to be part of your spiritual journey, your spiritual evolution. You've got to experience your spiritual evolution. You don't just go do stuff because you're told to do it. Go with awareness, and then you will feel that energy coming into you, and it will melt your heart, because you did something that is beyond what you could do maybe in your everyday life here, wherever you are in the world. So try it out. And I think that Radha has posted also the Tripura Foundation.org link on the chat. So extremely thankful. It was great. Sui is saying here. And Sushmita is saying, thank you, Sutrita Padmaji, for beautifully helping with clearing doubts. Thank you for your energy and your compassion. And that's Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings. We're here to be of service and support. And it's always fun, because we're just like, wow, it doesn't matter if I've had a funky day, or if I feel like, oh, I just can't do this. Some energy comes in and says, just show up, and you will be full of joy, and you will be full of happiness, and people will experience the light and the love and the super consciousness that is going to fill up their soul. Not because you're there, you're just showing up and you're just being the mouthpiece or clicking on the YouTube. And that's what gives me the giggle inside, because I do have my ups and downs, probably more than any of you, and or as equal, let's say. We're not comparing. I'm just saying that I'm not it's all peace and bliss and happiness all the time. It's like tough. It's, life is challenging. However, when we get to come together in the name of Dr. Pillai, then he just says, all right, you just did something. So just know this, everyone, you did something more than you can even imagine or fathom what got done. So congratulate yourself, pat yourself on the back, or celebrate with some party favors, because it is a new year. So you probably have all that hat and sparklies and so on. And just know that the light is coming. This is a year that's going to be a lot of healing energy, and you're ready to receive it. And what is that going to be doing? It's going to be healing your finances. It's going to be healing your relationship. It's going to be healing all your relationships, your social, family, work relationships. It must. So Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings, introducing our souls to all these archetypes, these spiritual teachings, is making that to come alive inside of us. And that is going to be the ruler in our life. And that's how we'll know we're walking with God or goddess or divine consciousness. And then there will be divine intervention. So I'm glad that everybody is getting stoked about it. And this is going to be a year of transformation, and not just relative to 2020. I mean, how bad can it get? And, we're going from the bottom and we're working our way up in the world, but then internally there's some other fabulous energy that's coming in. So we just have to be ready. We have to invite the divine to come into us, come into our lives, and then manifest more fulfilling, more rewarding life. So Juliet is saying, I did today. Thank you very much, Sucharita. Oh, you participated in the giving a donation. Try it out, you guys. It's something that you can't even describe in words what it does. But if you're feeling like, wow, I haven't been able to do that, or to experience that awakening inside of me. I've been chanting, I've been meditating, I'm going to a church or temple or mosque online, and that's not doing it. I am charitable with my energy or my time with other people that I know, but do it for a stranger. Do it to somebody you may never, ever meet. And especially the elderly. There's the program with the elderly, just melts your heart and soul and body, because imagine yourself as an elderly person and no one, zero, nada, is there to give you a meal. And then someone like us just goes online and says, hey, I want to go do this. And that person has not only one meal, several meals for a very small amount. And that makes your whole heart to explode. So if we're feeling locked down in one of our chakras, go try that out. You won't have that anymore, because we've got to continually break through those barriers. We don't even know what they are. So that's a great tool, if you will, a spiritual tool. And it's also something that we need to do. Even the saints and the sages, they're the wisest people that are around. If they don't give enough if they're not spending their time being charitable, feeding people, taking care of people, because of their spiritual journey, they have so much to do, and they're giving the highest teachings, but they don't do enough charitable acts. They have to come back again and again and again and do the charitable work. So that's what Dr. Pillai is all about. He doesn't want you to have to miss out on everything that you need to check off. So, all right, great to hear that you did that, Julieta. Reflection says, I would encourage everyone to donate to Tripur Foundation. I did a month ago, and I received an overdue payment. Then I did after that the Holy Spirit anointing. And with that, I had, today I got 100-fold return. Hello. So when the divine says you put seed money, it's not something that is made up by any religious organization. It's called tithing. It's a divine law. So when you tithe, it means that you are doing what the divine has asked us to do as a human evolving, and lifetime after lifetime. So the tithing is a certain amount, and it doesn't really matter what it is. God only knows what you can or cannot afford to do, but you'll be guided. And I mean, I always look at it as I would just go wasted on a Starbucks coffee, which is generally speaking about $4 or $5, and a nice little treat, and and then I go off and it's $10. So take that, save some extra flab on your belly. That's what I say to myself. You don't need that. But hey, what could this do? It would feed people. It would help them to feel fulfilled, to feel satisfied, to feel like somebody cares for them, or many people do. So that feeling, that sensation, that is the true satisfaction that we get, not just temporary, oh, well, I shouldn't have had that extra frabola with the cream and all the rest. And then you're just like, why did I do that to myself? So the consciousness will make you to do these conscious things and to bring more mercy, have more mercy and compassion. How do we know that we're compassionate beings? You can't say, oh, I'm a compassionate person. What? How do you know on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you in compassion? You can't measure it, but you can feel it, and you can experience the expansion in your spiritual journey, and you'll feel this upliftment. And like this person has shared here, came back 100-fold. Reflections shared that. That's amazing. And that's what the divine says. You just do a little, and what you will get in return, hundreds, thousands fold. Maybe even not money-wise, but it could be your health or your relationship, a healing of your relationship. Not that you're doing something tit for tat to get something out of it. You're giving because you can. And because we can, that's the divine law that says you can do this. So just go and try it out and see what you feel like afterwards. And then you will feel this, wow, I did something that I haven't been able to do. And it makes my heart to sing. It makes the divine inside of me to cry tears of joy, because I did something selfless. I wasn't thinking about myself, but I got so much out of it. So that's a blessing that we want everybody to experience. So Nasa is saying here, I'm in peace. I'm pleased with you. Thank you, earthly angels from PC. You're very welcome. Sue's saying, I give the elderly every month. I love it. Yeah. So planting the seed, just plant the seed and you will grow spiritually. It's just what it is. You got to have a garden of lots of different kinds of flowers and veggies and so on. Be Positive says, Arutpuram Jyoti, Tani Puram Karani, Arutpuram Jyoti, from India. Wonderful. Froza saying, hi, Suchita, I saw the golden smoke moving through what seemed like a tunnel in my eyes and ears, as if it was traveling between dimensions. Could it be the snake that's above Shrimbrazi's head? Perhaps. And that's how, when we have these kinds of spiritual experiences, we go deeper, because we're like curious, what was that all about? Let me continue to do my spiritual practices. We need to be motivated all the time. I was just saying to Hanuman Das, who I work with in advisory services, I feel like I'm going through the motions. This was a couple of weeks ago. I feel like I'm just going through the motions. I feel like COVID's just been this crazy year where, we've had to really work hard, and not that I don't mind to do that, but it's like I feel robotic. I don't feel that connection to that higher realm, or I don't even know what it is. It's just like this question mark or emptiness. So he just said, okay, what you've got to do is keep doing your spiritual practices. That's fine. But also find something, ask the divine to find you something to inspire you to create something, just one thing. So I'm like, I'm already busy enough. What do I want to create more projects? So, but what it did is it stirred something inside of me, and now things are coming to the surface. And that's great. That's a possibility. So don't be thinking that you're just going along and you're just doing your mantra practice and nothing is helping you or nothing is manifesting. Keep doing it. Keep reaching out. Keep sharing with others, and you might be inspired by what someone says. Just like it was shared with me. So please make sure that you reach out to us. You can send an email to office@pillai-center.com or programs@pillai-center.com. Let us know what this experience was, whether you did the whole 20 days or whatever it was here, or whether you came and went, or whether you had one experience that was so profound, so moving. You can let us know what your experiences were, because we share that with Dr. Pillai. He always wants to know, hey, what happened in the free services, those free calls, what was going on with people. So when you share on the chat, he's looking, and he has access to Pillai Center YouTube. So you never know, he might be looking and looking at your name, and you may feel, whoa, this energy just came in. Because when he puts his attention or his intention into someone that you don't even know, he can be wherever he is in the world, and that will awaken inside of you the blessings. So Karen is saying, hi Suchita, today is my youngest daughter's birthday. I made a donation to Tripura Foundation for her birthday. It's such a blessing and an honor to give. What a great thing to do as well. I do that for the kids too. It's because they have everything. So when they receive the email from Tripura Foundation, they always say, hey, thanks for donating on my behalf. And I'm like, hey, dude, go and donate yourself now. But it's something that makes them to feel good, and they go and read about it. And then when they grow up, or they, the years go by, they've been participating in this, they get inspired. Whether they do that with Tripura Foundation or any charity, that is going to be inspiring them to grow spiritually, because they felt good. They, did something that could uplift those who need it the most. Because kids, they don't really know what's out there until they're exposed to it. So that's what we can do, is help them to experience what we experience only at their age. They're so much further ahead. And we always want the generation below us to be better, or to experience a better world than we did. Not that it was crappy or anything. It's just we get better and better and better, and experience your spiritual journey faster. So Lulu is saying, amazing Arul meditation is a big, beautiful Christmas present from Swami Ramalingam, Babaji, Padma Sutrita, and Pillai Center team. Great. I'm glad. It's a gift that you're all here for us too. So that's, I think I've pretty much shared everything that was posted, or not everything that's posted on the chat, but mostly all the comments. And then Gladys is saying, these meditations are phenomenal. Greetings from New Jersey. Awesome. Austin, Texas. My goodness. And Johnny is Arul Arunachala Japa Mount Anamalai. Thank you, Babaji, for educating me about Tirunelakantam. And that is what we can do too. After we've come out of this amazing journey, maybe journal it and just say, okay, I fed myself with all this spiritual energy. Now, what do I want to do with it? So don't just do your spiritual practices and then kind of grope in the dark again. Just say, I have all this intelligence. Now what do I got to create? And then sit there. It won't take too long. You'll just be inspired. Like the thoughts will come to you. And then you can write it out. Even if it doesn't make sense to you, you just can write it out. Like it didn't make sense to me when I was talking to Hanumanas. I was like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden I was just writing things out. Whoa, that's possible. That's possible. So we limit ourselves. We kind of make our own block on our journey thinking, oh, I don't have enough time, or I don't have enough resources, or I don't want to do it. Wham, wham, wham. I'll have a little bit of cheese with that wine. So when you write it out, or when you think about it, you contemplate, what am I going to do with all this spiritual energy now? And boom, you will be inspired. Something will come to you. It will be a divine thought. Divine intervention will pull you in a direction towards your dreams that you never dreamed of or thought of. And that would be a miracle, because, you want to always experience something new. So that's what it is. We are coming into an hour and a half. So we'll wrap it up for now. Thanks so much, everyone. Thanks to Dr. Pillai for bringing us all together, and to Swami Ramalingam for bringing this Arul consciousness, to Jesus for birthing that healing energy, forgiveness, joy and light and peace. That's what he wanted to do 2,000 years ago. So we're continuing to fill ourselves up with that energy during this part of the holiday season. Be safe. Have a wonderful start to 2021. Happy New Year to all. And thanks again to everybody for participating and enjoying coming together and sharing your experiences. And I hope to see you again, either in the paid program, Walk with God, or soon after that, and maybe in the next free call service. We want to make sure that we're walking hand in hand with all of you and getting the best out of 2021. So God bless you all. Goddess bless you all. Namaste.